morning, students. Today we'll start with an incorporation of medicinal agents. In the previous class, we have discussed about what are the formulation process of emulsion is and what are the different excipients are we are going to use. Now we'll see some of the medicaments how we can incorporate in a particular kind of emulsions. Suppose like addition of drug add during emulsions, at what particular emulsions, when we supposed to add the drug to and what particular phase we will be mix them. For example, a material will to added, addition of materials will added into water first, then it will be dissolved. So can continuous phase is oil phase over there. Once it is added all the material in water, is stirred properly, then it will be added into an oil phases. The same way, when we have to add in any of the oleaginous material, that we will mix first with the oil phases. Once we will be mixed it properly over there, then it will be mixed with an water for the further trituration to form an emulsions. Next, if any water soluble material is there, of course we need to add them into an water first, stir it properly, then we have to mix it with an oil phases. So oil is an continuous phase over there, and addition of water soluble material to an oil also is possible when the continuous phase is water, and the importance of that may be also varies according to what kind of material will, at what extent they will be mixed or dispersed in an oil phase. So that is will matter. So in the basis of that, the additions of particular drug or any of the substances associated with their properties are added in this way. Next, we'll see the instability aspect. As we have discussed earlier what the emulsions are exactly. Emulsions are nothing but a thermodynamically unstable dosage form. A solid, it is a biphasic liquid dosage form which is thermodynamically unstable in nature. So physical instability will have these the following components, like flocculation may takes place, or creaming or sedimentation will takes place, aggregation or coalescence will takes place, or phase inversions will takes place. So we'll see, let us what exactly these changes are, and one by one we'll discuss. First we'll discuss with them this flocculation process. You can see in this diagram, you can understand what exactly this instability process exactly. When emulsions, you know there are two phases, one is dispersed in another one, the another one is nothing but continuous phase, so dispersed in an global forms. So when flocculation will takes place, when we will keep it for a long duration of time, you can see here floccules will form. When the particles will get flocculated, then it will leads to big molecules. Once this coalescence will starts go on, then it will leads to separation, breaking will takes place. So this is what all about the instability. So this separation should not takes place, it should not form this big molecule coalescence process. So ultimately what we need to make it in this way as much as possible, that is nothing but stability we have to maintain, or else it will become an unstable, so it will be get separated. So flocculation, as we have seen in the diagram, redissociable association of particle. There may be two types, either they may redissociable by just slight agitation or by adding some of the component, or irreversible once they will be get flocculated with respective of any force of attraction between the molecules or with the reaction, it will not be get reversible, and there may be no further changes will take place. It may get separated out into two immiscible layers. So that is what instability is. So redispersible association of particle with an emulsions to form large aggregates will forms. So in that case we should add some precursor to the irreversible coalescence. That precursors will prevent them to be coalescence properly. In this way we will maintain its stability. And This flocculation is slightly difference between coalescence. Only the thing is the way of how this coalescence will takes place. Only thing is mainly in that what happens in the flocculation, intrafacial films and individual droplets remain intact. Means two particles you can see in this diagram. See, these particles are remain intact, but they are not we get coalescence. There the surface will be, suppose any interface material you have added, they will be surround the film of one individual droplets. When it is not there, then further leads to coalescence. So this is what we have discussed, and influenced by the charges on the surface of the emulsified globules. As we have told how this flocculation will take place. Suppose the attraction force between the molecules of dispersed phase is more than that of the force of attraction between the adhesive force, like the globules with respective continuous particle will have the very less attractive than that of the force of attraction between the dispersed particle. On that case the flocculation will takes place. So how this way the charges will place. The reversibility of flocculation is obviously depend upon what strength of the interaction between the particle, as I told, when the charge will have at what extent. As I told, if the charges associated with dispersed phase and the continuous phase will have force of attraction little bit more than that of the individual particle of the dispersed phase. On that case there may be reversible chances is more, but if it is less with the continuous phase, more with the dispersed phase, then there is a very less chance to get redispersed. The chemical nature of the emulsifier is matters. The emulsifiers what we are using, at what extent they can separate the two components. If they have the force of attraction between cohesive force in continuous phase and also with the dispersed phase, then it will maintain the these globules dispersed throughout the continuous phase uniformly, so it will maintain stability. Then the phase volume ratio will matter. So initially, suppose of course continuous phase should have the volume more than that of the dispersed phase. So what happens if there is an almost equal phase volume will be their ratio? On that case what happens, there may be chances because of weight and all, there may be further changes will takes place, separation will takes place. The concentration of dissolved substances also matters, and if they have an electrolytes and ionic emulsifiers, so based on that the force of attraction between the molecule varies, and concentration with, because of that the sedimentation will be takes place, so that may make them allowed to be either float or get may separate. So this is all matters for the instability aspects, especially with related to flocculation. Next is the creaming. Creaming is the upward movement of dispersed droplets of emulsions. Upward movement of the dispersed droplets of the emulsion. How I will show you, you can see here. See this, when this coalescence will forms, when it is go on forming, it will move to upward, then there is a separation of layer will take place. This is what nothing but creaming. So breaking is also almost in the same way. So creaming is all upward movement of the dispersed droplets of emulsion relative to the continuous phase. Why? Obviously, when globules, oil in water type, oil is having a low density than the water. On that case, what happens? Globule want to get upward movement, as and how they are go on depositing upward leads to the separation of dispersed phase from the continuous phase. So that how can we may estimate the, according to Stokes law, it is mentioned at what extent the settling will takes place based on the density. So that may be dependent on d2 the rho 1 and minus so Eg 18 nu. So what it will say is, this is nothing but the density of the internal phase and density of the external phase, and this is the viscosity, and this is diameter of the particle. So along associated with this all parameters, the rate of settling will be dependent at what diameter they have, and what the density of the internal phase is, and what are the density of the external phase, and what the viscosity they have will all matters. Based on that, the rate of settling will be dependent. If it is unique with respective of the dispersed and continuous phase, then there is no way to get separate out. So slight diffraction, everything will be same as we have seen in the diagram. There is a slight variation that we can describe it here. What aggregation, coalescence, breaking is almost all the same. Slight difference, like in aggregation, dispersed particles comes together but do not fuse. That is aggregation. If they will be fused, means surface of the both will be remains. They will become together and not be get fused. So like in flocculation, that is called aggregation. Coalescence, where they will be fused in this process, by which means for particle merge. When they will get fused, they will get merged with each to form large particles. It is called coalescence. Breaking is after the coalescence, the destroying of the film, the surrounding, the particles will separates into a layer. That is nothing but breaking. The major factor to prevent coalescence is the mechanical strength of the interfacial film. Physical stability of emulsions. Phase inversion is one of the main instability we have with an emulsion, that is phase inversion. Phase inversion in the sense what? Here we can see the oil in water is there an emulsion, like dispersed phase is oil and continuous phase is water here. What happens? Phase inversion means it will changes into water in oil, means the continuous phase changed from water to oil here, and dispersed phase changed from the oil to water. How it will takes place? What is the main reason is, if suppose we had in some electrolyte, the nature of addition of electrolyte or CaCl2 for an suppose oil in water type may change it to water in oil type. So that will matter. So then if the changing the phase volume ratio, as I told, the concentration or the volume between these two will be very much variant. Suppose if we will take droplets, the dispersed phase having the 5 ml, and the water will also have the 5 ml, and sum of electrolyte you add with that. Suppose CaCl2 is having most affinited towards oil phase, then it will be mixed with the oil. So the quantity or the concentration with respective of the volume of the oil phase, at first it is dispersed, but it is changes to continuous, so it is increases. That's why the ratio will changes. Because of changes in ratio, the phase inversion will takes place. So that is what all about the instability that we need to evaluate first, and we will rectify, we will solve, so can make the proper stability of the emulsions. So next further evaluations of emulsion stability will be, as the ingredients may interact with the container, or some material may leach out from the container, and loss of water and volatile ingredients may occur through the container or closure, that we need to evaluate. So at what extent the ingredient may interact, so can emulsion will get changes, or if any volatile material is there, they will evaporate when we will keep it for a long time. Obviously phase volume ratio will changes, the emulsion will not remain stable. And if it the container will have some glass container are there, they are more affinity towards the force of attraction between the emulsion content with the content of the container. It should not be like that. If it is supposed, then there may be are some accidental issues, leaching will takes place, so that may be alter the emulsion nature. The stress conditions for study of emulsion stability will be basically designed like thermal stress condition is there, gravitational stress conditional is there, agitational stress. Means either by variating the temperature, the stress condition, kinetic energy between the two phases may take place leads to difference of their instability, that is called thermal stress, or by gravitational stress like settling point, as how we have discussed with respective of Stokes law. Settling will takes place based on what concentration of the ingredient we are using, what their density is with respective of the any of the two phases. So aging and temperature is there, and phase inversion temperature is there. Means aging and temperature in the sense temperature with respective of the age will make them an unstable, or with respective of the temperature, as I told, the based on particular component will have particular their boiling point, melting point, like that they will vary into different. So can either they may get energy or kinetic energy will be there, of course, with respect that what extent it may move further, that will it will move upward, or it will be settled down, or they may get separate out. So that is what the main stress thermally when comes, then instability will be exist over there. Gravitational stress is also the matters that is all dependent on only for settling matters, and with respective of by using other agitators with the particular speed when we will apply, they will be get heated and they will be agitated to a particular extent. What force we are applied for the agitation will matters, that may changes them into a different phase. So that is what make them unstable. So this is all what about the evaluations of emulsions and the stability aspect. Next we'll see what exactly the further evaluation.